Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review, and today we're excited to check out Quick Link from Foxmine. This is for 2 to 4 players, age is 7+, it'll take about 15 minutes to play, and in Quick Link, this is find a link in a blink. You are going to take your handy-dandy squeaker, and you are going to be slamming it down on different cards to collect those cards, and then collect points. Those cards are going to have different adjectives or different items on there. You're going to try to match the object to the adjective, or vice versa, all simultaneously, all fast, all frantic, but is it all good? Let's open it up, and I'll tell you what I think. Alrighty then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Quick Link. So first and foremost, we have our handy-dandy rule booklet. It is 2 pages, double-sided, full color, full of pictures, illustrations, examples, and it's incredibly well done. It should have you up and running in no time at all. Also, I can give you a good feel for how the game works right now because it is such a quick, simple game. So in Quick Link, what you're going to do is you are going to try to get the most points over the course of 8 rounds. During a round, you're going to be taking your squeak stick and trying to pick up the cards that will match a card that is flipped over. What am I talking about? Let's go over the components, then let's get into the gameplay. So component-wise, you're going to get 2 big stacks of cards. You'll have purple cards, which are, I have 16 out right now, which are going to be objects, and then you're going to have orange cards, which will be adjectives. Smelly, long, sweet, so on and so forth. You can play whichever one you want. You can do 16 purple out, 16 orange out, or you can mix it up throughout the 8 rounds. Once everyone has their squeaker stick, you are ready to rock and roll. So we'll start the game. How it's going to work is one player is going to flip over one card that is not the color that is currently showing. So for this example, we would do hard. And now simultaneously, everyone is going to be taking their squeaker stick and trying to slam down and pick up the cards that match hard. So for instance, I might say knife. Knife is definitely hard. Now when you take it off, you have to be very careful and try to slide to the side, nice and easy like that. And everyone's going to be doing this. So I say window is hard. So get that one off there. A car, definitely hard. Elephants, oh man, they are so hard. Ice, rock hard. But you get it. You're going to be getting all the different things, and everyone is going to be doing this all at the same time. Now, eventually, you're going to get to the point where you think that nothing else out here is hard. And whoever thinks that first is going to put their hand up and squeak their squeaker to signify that they think the round is over. Everyone's going to take a look at whatever cards are left and either agree or disagree that the round is over. So at this point, I'd say, yeah, there's nothing else really that's out here hard. So whoever is the person who squeaked the squeaker first is going to get a bonus point. So you'll be keeping track of all the points on pen and paper, which are not included. You'll have to get your own. Then what's going to happen is going around the table, everyone is going to reveal all of their different things that match the adjective or object that was listed. So in this case, I'd have oven, ice, elephant, car, window, knife. And someone might say, you know what, I don't think one of those is that hard. So they might say, what about an elephant? Elephant's kind of squishy. I'd say, no, have you ever touched an elephant? They're rough, they're hard. I would defend why I have that, and then we take a vote to see if that card is in fact going to be eligible or not. If it's eligible, all the cards that you have are worth 1 point. If it's not eligible, then that particular card is actually worth -1 point, and all the other cards are worth 1 point. You can never go under 0, however. Once everyone has gone around the table and done that, you are going to replenish the cards out here, or potentially even switch to the orange deck, or vice versa if you would like to, and rinse, wash, and repeat over the course of 8 rounds. Whoever has the most points over the course of 8 rounds is going to be the winner of the game. I also want to give a big shout out to the box insert, which is really nicely made and holds everything. That being said, while I do have to mention one great thing about the game, we're going to have to talk more about this in the pros and cons. Uh-oh. But that, in a nutshell, is what you're going to get inside a Quick Link. Alrighty then, Quick Links from Foxmine. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. You're going to see that number down below. You're going to be like, whoa, this is a really bad game. I want to start off by saying, no, I actually did enjoy the gameplay experience of this game. However, the components are what's really dragging down this game. So starting on the con side, 2 to 4 players, very restricted player count. This has the feel of a party-style game, but only being 2 to 4 players is definitely going to be a downer for a lot of people. Also, the game relies on voting quite frequently, where it's like, you guys need to vote on whether or not you think this word is good, or the round is over, or whatever. But at 2 and 4 players, that can be somewhat difficult, you know, because it's just, there's going to be a lot of ties, and you will run into that. Continuing on with the cons, and the biggest con with this game, obviously, are the Squeakers, which are cool and neat in idea. However, this is a game that's aimed at the family crowd, ages 7+. And this is not as easy as you would like it to be. Now, for me, because I'm a strong, grown man, I got ripped and tore. You know, it's not hard to rip it off. But when you're playing with a 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old, they had a lot of difficulty pulling it off. Not to mention, despite the fact I said over and over and over again, rip to the side, don't rip up, we still had 2 of these pop out. Now, you can... This is the suction cup, by the way. Now, you can get it back in there, but it is just insanely difficult. We're going to try this right now. Let's get it in there. Get in. I'm turning and pushing, and oh, it's almost in. It's almost in. It's almost in. It's in. It's in. Hooray! Game saved for now. But what's going to happen eventually, and it did happen to both of the 2 of the 4 that this happened to, is this is going to keep popping out, and it's going to routinely pop out because I'm assuming there's some sort of super glue in there, and once the super glue seal is broken, all hell breaks loose. Now, that being said, you could put super glue into it yourself, but let's be honest, you shouldn't have to do that. Any game that requires that you have to super glue a part yourself, that's kind of a problem. And I don't personally think the game is worth that much of a problem, because on the con side, while I do think it's a fun game, I don't think it's that much fun. It didn't wow me. Nothing was spectacular about the game. It's just a really fast, simple, squeaking and slamming game, as odd as that sounds. So that's what I got on the con side. You need to know it's light, you need to know it's simple, you need to know it's aimed at the family game market, even though you could easily play this as a game night game as long as you know it's a lightweight filler game. Moving on to the pros, I thought the game was good. I had fun with it. I enjoyed the gameplay experience while it worked, but honestly, within the first game, we had one of these things pop off. The third game I think we played in class, this one popped off. And in the second and third game, we just ended up retiring this because I put it back together, but the kids were still using it, and then the thing kept popping off again. And as you saw, it's not easy to get the suction cup back into the squeaker. And yeah, I feel like I'm still talking about cons, but I can't really get over those cons. You know, I want to talk more about the pros of the game, which was it's fun, it's easy to learn, it's easy to teach, it has a well-done rule booklet, it has a good box insert. I love the squeakers, the kids love the squeakers, but the component issues drive down everything. And in the end, I can't recommend Quick Link to anyone. Just period. The restricted player count, the component malfunction, and the fact that it's not really a game that's amazing or outstanding are all going to make this pretty much do not buy, I think, for most people. So that is Quick Link from Foxmine. Unfortunately, not one I can recommend. If you enjoy what I'm doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. If you want to support the channel, click on that little Amazon Associates link down below. Buy anything on Amazon, same amazing great prices, but it throws a couple pennies my way. And in the comments below, let me know, what was the last game where you played where the components were a major issue with the game? For me personally, it was, what was it? It was Doggy Doo, which I gave a 1. I don't give a 1 out very terribly often. If you see me as a reviewer, I give a lot of 4s, 5s, 6s in that range when I don't like games. But this was a 1 where the game was just completely broken because the Doggy Doo at a certain point started to coagulate and get too hard, and it just didn't work anymore. And it was sealed. Like, it was sealed in the container, so it should have worked, but it didn't, and the game itself was broken because of that. But let me know in the comments below, when's the last time a component ruined your game? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.